Hey, yo, hey, yo.
I remember like watching videos from the 70s and like the 80s, and they're like smoking in their studios. They have all these like Neve consoles and like, dude, I'm just saying, like that's just how it was. Like they just go out there and smoke in the studio, do what they wanted, and then now those smoke infested Neve consoles are still worth thousands and thousands.
I think that's the secret to all these things.
I think so. It's like, bam, a layer of tar on everything just increases
That
value.
table is mad money right now. That shitty table.
That's right. Oh yeah, so for those who don't understand what he's talking about, if you catch the video live, that table is so dirty. It's pretty dirty. It was my roommate's old apartment. It was used for like a balcony table, and their cats lived there. There are cats now. I mean, together. But yeah, that table has too many marks on it.
But yeah, man,
What's
you just
up?
got done doing a House of Boost session.
Yeah, man,
So-
it was
so-
real fun.
So tell the people like how you got into this music, dog.
How I got into this music was literally the people around me, the people that I happen to be, making music with now. We all had that initial spark of, hey, this is finite. This is in our hands. It's something we can do. I was going to school for audio engineering. I met a few like-minded people who, at the time, I was just so happy to find. And now I'm just like, wow, like, there's so many people doing what we do. And, as far as what makes it fun for me personally was, meeting those certain people who are doing it. Like, for example, Lisa Razzo on First Cast Records. Definitely a huge shout out to him, man, because it wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have happened the way it happened unless, and for you, dude, a lot of that initial negativity turned into like just the right amount of, influence and inspiration to, get back in the lab and keep doing what I'm doing. So yeah, I think that's what it was.
Alright, dude. So tell them what are the future goals for your music and for your goals here in San Antonio with your music.
Okay, well, future goals for music would definitely include making more of it constantly, and because it's a flow, it's kind of a need. So to kind of open a channel, and I mean that in the vaguest way possible. And really, it's just any kind of outlet where I can keep inputting this music. I want to find it. I want to find the most organic way to continue doing what I'm doing as a musician. And that's on a global scale, or, I'd love to be in movies and video games. Of course, that's something I love doing. I know that you love video games, so I think you know exactly what I mean. And as far as locally, the city is constantly churning with different music scenes. It's like an ever-changing stew. That is just, it's like now you're adding more potatoes and more seasoning, and it's just constantly changing with the vibes. And so I'd love to see if we can't sew together all the many facets of music. And I'd love to be a part of that in San Antonio. I think this is a great city. I think we have a lot going for us, and we just don't realize it. No one wants to leave outside the loop to go in and see it. But it's beautiful. I mean, the shows that you find at night, stumbling across artists that do the same thing you do that you've never met before, that you've never, ever seen or heard of before, and it's magical. You play a show together randomly, and then you're like, what is going on? You exist, and I'm under a rock. Who's under the rock? I have no idea. But, as far as San Antonio, that's what it is, to perpetuate electronic music in its finest, and music in general.
And then last, just any shout outs you got for anything or plugs or whatever.
Yeah, definitely got a plug for Pink Leche. Just because we just did a split EP release together, House of Relaxation. That cat is golden, and he's doing great tunes. And I want to shout out to all the producers, MPC heads, Ableton heads, all my DJs, everyone I know that is getting up in the morning and going to a regular job and still coming out to shows because you love to. There's no cover. Okay, I'm lying. There might be cover. But definitely to Calico Club. Definitely to Imagine Bookstore and Records for being the best bookstore ever. Definitely to KSYM for always having amazing music on. Geez, it's these little things that inspire me that I want to shout out to. My local taco shop. I don't want you to go there, so I'm not going to drop their name. They're my taco shop. So there's that. And then also my family, man, my friends, the people who really started personally for First Cast Records. those few friends that have always stuck through, have gotten married or, retained jobs and kept going. I want to shout out to you guys. Thank you for existing. Thank you for doing what you do and for just being there. Like, you don't even realize it, but I appreciate your existence. Thank you.
Boosh.
Boosh.